Wow. Okay. The overall energy is the King of Cups. So Sagittarius, I know you're not a water sign. You might have water in your chart though. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces might be in your chart someplace. But also, this might be who's coming in. Also, the King of Cups surrounds your entire reading, male or female. All cards are male or female. So, giant cup of love they have to offer. Look at that, holding it close to their body, waiting for the right opportunity, the right person to hand that cup of love out to. This could be your energy or theirs, or both in this reading. So up here in your highest energy, you're conflicted. You're stressed. You have anxiety and confusion about the whole thing. The whole thing. I feel like you think that this isn't going to happen, that there is nobody out there for you, okay? And you probably struggle with your thoughts about the whole idea of finding love that might last, or just love in itself. So this Five of Wands is in your highest energy. You also might have had somebody in your life that you argued with all the time. There's always a struggle. Like you say it's black, they say it's white, whatever, you know? And this card here, the Five of Wands, is sitting right next to the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, this is a very actionable card. This is taking action about this frustration and this anxiety that you've been going through. It just feels like you're done with it. I feel like this is an old relationship, or one that you're now starting to get rid of in your life. I feel like you don't want that anymore. I feel like they're there to offer you their cup, but you're not reaching for it. It's because it's just getting to be too difficult, is how it feels. Wow. So taking action about that. I feel like this is also your energy, this King of Cups, and pulling back that cup of love that you have. I have the Two of Swords right under the Five of Wands. The Two of Swords. I think you've been in this relationship for a while. I don't think you've really been dealing with it. You just kind of been letting things slide and letting them slide, because this is protecting your heart. Your arms are across your heart. Your swords are up in self-defense. Your blindfold's on like an ostrich putting its head in the sand. It's like, no, I don't want to deal with this. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe it'll go away. You know, maybe things will just work out, whatever. And so I think that you just kind of stayed in this relationship because you of hope. It's probably hope, and it's also about protecting your heart, or even their heart. You might be sensitive, empathetic enough to not even want to hurt them. I have the Eight of Pentacles, if I could hang on to it, on the other side of the King of Cups. And it's right under the Four of Cups. So this is what you want to, this is what you will be focusing on, okay? And whoever's coming in is going to have this nature about them of work. They like to build their future. They like to focus on their future. They're probably the type that'll they're putting away money like a 401k, or building a savings account, investing, buying property or something. They're very focused on their future, and they're very focused on their work that they do to achieve their future. But at the same time, they're not able to hand out this cup of love. So they don't have anybody really to help them or to partner up with in order to move forward. So look for these qualities now. I mean, they're coming out in the cards. I have the Five of Swords under the Two of Swords. This tells me that you do let this other person go. The one that you've been blocking. You finally take your blindfold off and you start picking up swords of truth and clarity. And you just kind of watch them fade off into the distance. This is allowing this fresh start right under the King of Cups too. This fresh start, this new beginning to just blossom and bloom, and it's coming in. The Ace of Wands. So, the Ace of Wands, huh? That is a beautiful fresh start and new beginning. And guess what? It's right next to the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Now the Ace of Pentacles is right below that Eight of Pentacles. So this tells me what you have been wanting is coming in and it will be offered to you. Wow. This new love looks good, really good. Let's take out the second half of this reading. I want more information. I want to be able to try to see more characteristics that you can look for in your person, in your new love. Whoever you're letting go here, they really might have a third energy or person attached to them that was making things difficult in that relationship. Oh my goodness. Your new love, I think you might have met your new love before, but this time it's going to be different. I don't know if you were lovers before, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I have the Nine of Wands. This is feeling worn out, drugged through the mud, at your wit's end with this prior relationship. It's right next to the Four of Cups. You just don't want to accept that cup anymore. You can't take it. You're done. You're done. I have the Four of Swords right next to the Nine of Wands. So you'll be spending, if this is happening now, you're going to be spending a lot of time alone. You're going to be soul searching, seeking advice from the universe, praying or meditating. It's very spiritual. See the stained glass windows there. But this is just searching for truth and searching for clarity. Like, how are you going to ever find someone that will last the rest of your life? That is your person, the right person for you, the Hierophant. This is a card for Taurus. So watch for a Taurus. Okay, there's a hint. This is about traditional values, traditional morals. They will be traditional. Okay, they might even open doors for you. They might, like put their arm around you to walk you through a busy place so that you don't like get lost, or just a protective type of thing. They're very grounded. They're very secure and stable. So they like to focus on their work, like I said before. And they definitely are looking for someone that will last in their life also. Just like you are. Just like you are. And this is what you're praying for. You're wondering if they're even out there. I have the Page of Swords right here, right under the Nine of Wands and right next to the Eight of Pentacles. So this is having your sword up. This is because you've been through it. You reached your wit's end. Your sword is up. You're not letting just anybody come into your life. You want to build your pentacles. You want to build your future, and you're not settling for anyone unless they have the same desires to be a partner, for moving towards a future together and to build on a life together. On the other side of the Page of Swords here is the Empress. The Empress is right under the Four of Swords. Okay, seeking all that advice, healing from the universe. The Empress, if this is for Libra or Taurus. So that gives us 2 for Taurus so far in this reading. But so you might want to watch for Libra or Taurus. The Empress, this is your energy. This is who you are. And whoever's coming in is going to have a lot of the same qualities that you have as a beautiful person that you are. You are kind and loving and generous and supportive and thoughtful. And I can go on and on. You have so many beautiful qualities about you. So this person, this new love that is coming in, they're going to have a lot of those same qualities that you have. They may volunteer somehow with other people, like, feeding the hungry or delivering meals to people or collecting food for people, or be involved with even animals. I mean, their heart, that they're empathetic. The Empress is an empathetic person. They feel for others, and this person is going to be the same way. So look for that. And right next to the Empress and under the Hierophant, I have the Nine of Cups. Whoa, the Nine of Cups. That's wishes coming true. This is all that love. All that love. Like, remember I said I think you're both like not handing out your love right now? Yeah. I think they have their love on a shelf. You have your love on a shelf behind you, and that's lots of it. But this is all about wishes coming true. This person that's coming in is going to be the right person for you to spend long term with, not just an ordinary new love. I have the Queen of Pentacles under the Page of Swords, which is Earth, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So that gives us 3 for Taurus. So, you know, that would be in their sun, moon, rising, Venus, ascending sign. Maybe. Or it's in yours. But look, looking at the pentacle, this is looking at the future. This is looking at the security, the groundedness of this relationship. It's right next to the Ace of Pentacles. And so the pentacles are really standing out. They're like, this person is committable. This person is grounded and solid. So this is, like I told you, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And then I have the Nine of Swords, and it's next to the Queen of Pentacles and under the Empress. This is what's disappointed you about your other relationships or ship. They weren't secure. They weren't solid. They didn't worry about the future. They didn't have a lot of the same qualities you have as a person. And it really did drive you crazy. You remember? Because that's what this card is saying. The thoughts would go through and through your head like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And it's sort of like torturous thoughts. Well, everything's going to end as soon as you have this reunion with this new love. Okay, you've known them before. It could have been in passing. It could have been, just meeting at a club, or it could have been just somebody you've met before. Somehow your paths are going to cross again. And you're going to discover that you have so much in common. This is a joyful reunion. There's lots of cups of love. You may meet them at a gathering someplace with this card, a happy gathering someplace. So I love it. I think it's a beautiful reading. And so look for somebody who's very solid. I mean, they know what they want. They've been building on it. They're focused on building their future. They do want someone to share it with. And it looks like it's going to be you that they're going to want to share it with. And this is everything you've been hoping for. I'm going to take out a card from the Arcanum deck for timing. And the card that I pull from this deck, I will describe the timing at the bottom of the description area under the video, at the very bottom of the description, because I have to look up the timing. I can't memorize 78 cards and 78 timings here, so I will put it. So one falls out, that's it. Otherwise, I will draw a card. We only take one card for timing. And let's see, are we going to get one to come out? One more shuffle, and that's it. And then I will draw if one doesn't come out, and it didn't. So cut, and there's your card. This is your timing card. The World. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to put the timing at the bottom of the description on when you're supposed to meet this person, or I would say reunite with this person.